I'm Yasmin.
Standing at the edge of my sister Lily's opulent wedding reception, I was on the verge of fleeing. Lily, in her stunning designer gown, had just used her toast to publicly humiliate me in front of 500 guests, mocking my weight and single status. Tears welled up in my eyes, and all I wanted was to disappear. But then, something unexpected happened. Lily's husband, Ethan, a man from an old, money family with a reputation for business acumen, stood up, took the microphone, and walked to the center of the room. He turned towards me and bowed slightly. "Ma'am," he said, "I owe you an apology." As I stood there, stunned, I was transported back in time. I grew up in a small town in Texas, in a family deeply rooted in the local community. My father was a respected lawyer, and my mother was a well-known socialite. I was once a budding pianist, with a natural talent that my teacher, Ms. Thompson, often praised. The sound of my piano filled our cozy home, and Lily, 2 years younger than me, would sometimes sit nearby, sketching fashion designs while humming along to my melodies. However, when Lily turned 14, she blossomed into a captivating beauty. Suddenly, all the attention in our family shifted towards her. My mother, who had always been a bit vain, saw a chance to live vicariously through Lily. She spent hours helping Lily prepare for beauty pageants, buying her the most expensive clothes, and teaching her the art of socializing. My father tried to balance things by attending my piano recitals, but his efforts were overshadowed by my mother's enthusiasm for Lily. Throughout high school, Lily was the popular one, the homecoming queen surrounded by admirers. I, on the other hand, found solace in my music and a small group of like-minded friends. We coexisted in parallel worlds, with Lily dominating family dinners with stories of her social triumphs, while I listened silently. Everything changed during my sophomore year of college. One ordinary day, my mother called me, her voice trembling. She had been diagnosed with aggressive cancer. Without hesitation, I deferred my studies and returned home to take care of her. Lily, who had just been accepted into a prestigious fashion school in New York, faced the same choice. "You're better at taking care of people," she pleaded, "and this opportunity may never come again." With my mother's blessing, Lily left for New York, and I stayed behind. Over the next 7 years, I became my mother's primary caregiver. I coordinated her medical treatments, managed her medications, and provided her with emotional support. The stress and long hours took a toll on me. I gained weight, and my once athletic figure became softer. Lily's visits home became less frequent, and when she did come, she would bring expensive gifts, take pictures with my mother for social media, and then return to her glamorous life in New York. My mother passed away 2 years ago. Lily flew in for the funeral, looking immaculate in designer black, while I was a mess of exhaustion and grief. She left the next day, citing work commitments, leaving me to handle my mother's estate alone. After my mother's death, I tried to rebuild my life. I finished my degree and found a job teaching piano to children. I slowly reconnected with old friends, but the weight I had gained remained, a constant reminder of those difficult years. 6 months after the funeral, Lily called to tell me she was engaged to Ethan. She mentioned that Ethan was eager to meet me because he valued family highly. The engagement party was held at an exclusive Manhattan club. I felt out of place among Lily's fashionable friends and business associates. Ethan, however, was different from what I expected. He was kind, humble, and genuinely interested in my life. He asked me about my music, my teaching, and even about my mother's illness. 3 months later, I received Lily's wedding invitation. Along with it was a note saying that Ethan insisted I be part of the bridal party. Despite my reservations, I agreed, hoping that this could be a new beginning for Lily and me. The months leading up to the wedding were filled with tension. Shopping for bridesmaid dresses was a nightmare. Lily had chosen a high-end boutique where the sample sizes were tiny. When I struggled to fit into the dresses, Lily loudly announced that I was not industry standard. A kind consultant, Ms. Garcia, intervened and found some dresses that flattered my figure. But Lily's comment, "It's the best we can do," deflated my confidence. The bridal shower was no better. Lily's friends gathered in a luxurious penthouse. I arrived early to help set up, but was given menial tasks. When it came to gift opening, Lily showed little enthusiasm for the hand-crafted photo album I had made for her, quickly setting it aside for a more expensive gift. Later, I overheard Lily telling her friend that she only included me in the wedding because Ethan insisted. The rehearsal dinner was another tense affair. Lily ignored me most of the time, but put on a show of sisterly affection when Ethan was around. Ethan, on the other hand, tried to include me in conversations and asked for my opinion on wedding details. On the morning of the wedding, chaos reigned in the bridal suite. When Lily's custom veil arrived and was not as she had expected, I used my skills, learned from taking care of my mother, to adjust it. Lily reluctantly accepted the modified veil but still made a snide comment about me not embarrassing her. The wedding ceremony was a spectacle, held at a historic Manhattan venue transformed into a fairy tale setting. After the ceremony, when I discovered that I was not seated at the family table but at a distant one, Ethan noticed and immediately had the seating arrangement changed. His parents, Amelia and Henry, were warm and kind to me. They praised my dedication to my mother and even suggested that I play the piano at the reception. But Lily was furious at the idea, warning me not to steal her spotlight. As the toasts began, I hoped that Lily's speech would be a genuine tribute. But it quickly turned into a public humiliation. She made cruel jokes about my weight and single status, and the guests, not realizing the pain she was causing, laughed along. That's when Ethan stepped in. He publicly apologized to me and then spoke about my sacrifices during my mother's illness. He called me out for the character and strength I had shown. Lily was furious, accusing Ethan of making a scene. But Ethan stood his ground, asking Lily to apologize to me. Lily, unable to accept the situation, tried to dismiss it as a joke. But I found the courage to stand up for myself. I told her that sisters don't humiliate each other in public. Ethan then gave Lily one more chance to apologize, and when she refused, she stormed off to the bridal suite. Ethan then approached me and asked if I would be willing to talk to Lily and him. Exhausted but moved by his stand, I agreed. We walked to the bridal suite, where Lily was in a state of distress. She accused Ethan of humiliating her, but he calmly explained that he was addressing a serious issue. When I asked Lily why she had been so cruel to me, she finally opened up. She said that she had always felt that our parents loved me more. She believed that they respected my talent and responsibility, while they only focused on her appearance. I was shocked, as I had always felt that she was the one who received all the attention. Ethan helped us see that we were both seeing different sides of the same picture. Our mother had different relationships with each of us, and our insecurities had driven a wedge between us. Lily then admitted that when I took care of our mother, she felt exposed and guilty. It was easier for her to criticize me than to face her own failures. She apologized sincerely, saying that what she had done was unforgivable, but that she was truly sorry. I told her that I had always wanted to be her sister, not a competitor. We decided to go back to the reception together. Lily walked to the microphone and publicly apologized to me. The reception then continued, and for the first time in years, I felt a glimmer of hope for our relationship. In the weeks and months that followed, Lily and I slowly began to rebuild our bond. She reached out to me, suggesting that we get coffee. She also invited me to play the piano at their housewarming party. 3 months after the wedding, our relationship had improved significantly. We were not best friends, but we were making an effort to understand each other. 6 months after the wedding, I gave a public piano performance for the first time in over a decade. Lily came to support me, and I saw tears in her eyes as I played. She told me that our mother would have been proud. A year after the wedding, as we sat in my father's backyard, watching him grill steaks, Lily asked me if I had ever imagined we would be here. I shook my head. Our relationship was still far from perfect, but we had learned to recognize and address our old patterns. I had also started dating again, and Lily was genuinely happy for me. Looking back, I realized that family wounds can heal, even in the most unexpected ways. True beauty comes from authenticity, from facing our past and moving forward with courage. And I was grateful for the unexpected turn of events at Lily's wedding that had opened the door to a new beginning for us. Have you ever experienced a painful family relationship that eventually healed? Share your story in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more real life journeys of healing and growth.